Hi everyone, it's Kristi. Welcome back. This is Masterboard Monday, and we need to decide what we want to do with these 3 masterboards we did last week. So I think what I would like to do is just start at the top. The first thing I always like to make is pockets, and I think I can get 6 pockets out of it if I cut it this way. Okay, so it's 8.5. So if I cut these 4 1/4 ish, I'm going to cut it on the back side. So 4 1/4. All right, let's hope this cuts through. Good. All right, and then on this side we have 11. So let's see. Let's do 3 3-inch pockets. No, let's do 4 times 3 is 12. That's going to be too much. Let's do 3.5. Just give us, yeah, I think that'll work. So 3 and, whoa, see, I broke my own rule there. 3.5. This is a little thick, so take your time, punch it. All right, 3.5. Yeah, okay, that'll work. And 3.5. And then 3.5. And what that will do is give us a little tiny strip for, I don't know, maybe a little dingly, something like that. All right, so we've got 3 pockets, and then let's do the other side the same way. Whoops, sorry. I think I'll do it this way. So 3, 3.5. And 3.5. I'm trying to use my muscle to get this thing to cut properly. I'm gonna have to get out my little guillotine thing. I know I have one around here somewhere. Where is it? I have a big one, but I also have one of the little tiny ones. I don't use very often, but maybe I need to. All right, so there we go. And another little strip. Don't throw those away. We can use those for even just decorating a pocket. So out of that one, we got 6 pockets. So let's look at those real quick. And let's get them oriented the way we'd like them. And then these will go in our ephemera. I think this one looks better this way. So since these are 4 1/4, I'm going to do 2 1/8. And that's where we're going to pop the little notch. Okay, which way do we like this? I think it looks better that way. So 2 1/8. We're simply lining this. Okay, I like the music to go the right way around. So cannot fail, I see. All right. Same thing here. But I think I'll go this way. 2 1/8. And 2 1/8. I don't know, sometimes it just, you know, it looks better the other way. There we go. All right, so now we have 6 pockets and a couple of strips. So there we go. And they may not look like much at the moment, but when you ink these up, and you add a focal point or a label or whatever, cluster, these are going to look totally cool. So we will go ahead and do that too. Like I said, these, I always start with pockets because I always have lots of pockets in my books, in my journals that I make. There may be a piece or two that'll lift, and we'll find that as we go along when we put it in our ephemera stash. This is a good hashtag start my stash kind of project. Of course, when you start, you're not going to have scraps, but just take, you know, 3 or 4 pieces that you like and rip them. You know, the larger pieces, and you wouldn't believe how much these just multiply. There's no way you can ever use your scraps. I'm telling you, it's like paper, it's like rabbits. All right. See, I like this one. I think this one's my favorite. And I did not coordinate these papers at all. This is just what I grabbed out of that bin. And there we go. So I do have 3 or 4 clusters sitting over here. So let's see what we've got. This I don't like, and I'll tell you why. Because I have this piece of fabric on the back. But the more I look at this, the less I like this red ribbon. So see if I can carefully remove it, because it looks really Christmassy to me. I think it might have been on a Christmas package, and I just don't care for it, but I like the rest of this piece. So, you know, feel free to change things around. That's on the back. No one's ever going to notice it. So, let's see, where do we want this? I kind of like it on that one. So I'm just going to glue this down. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. Maybe. You can see when it's not breathing, then you're not going to get any glue. All right, so come on. There we go. I think it took a breath. Yes, got the clog. There we go. So I'm just going to be generous with this because I do want it to stay. And figure out how I want. Didn't want that, but all right. I think I'm going to line this one up straight and let everything else fall where it may. I wish I had inked that butterfly, but I might be able to still ink it. Let's see. Get these envelopes down. This is a Lori Fusco. Girl on the Ridge. I'm blank. I know it's Lori, Girl on the Ridge. She did these little envelope clusters and they were really fun. Okay, so we could come along here, just a little bit of ink. And there we go. Cluster pocket. That one's done, ready to put in a journal. So what else do we have over here? I have this. I have these clusters that I didn't use that one day that we were using the clusters. Let me move this out of the way. Let's see. I don't like all of this area. It's a little big, so I'm going to kind of come in tighter. I am going to go right under this piece of lace because I would rather have a torn edge, and I don't mind that lace hanging over a little bit. Come out a little bit here. Not worried about it being perfect. That's the whole point of clusters. Another hashtag come on get scrappy project. Using up all these scraps because, I mean, I could probably just sit here for a year just working on these scraps. So let's see where we want that butterfly one. I'll lay these out. Not that one. That one. I like this one. All right, let's glue this one on here. And I don't like necessarily to center them. I kind of like to put them off to the side. If this is going to be a right hand pocket, I might lean right, and if it's left, I'll lean left, but it's not super important. Okay, see, that one has just a little bit of a texture. Now we have 2 pockets ready to go. All right, let's do 2 more. I've got these 4, and I'm not sure. This one's mushroomy, so mushrooms could go here or here. Sorry, spam was calling again. Let's see. Just get all of those, well, not all, but some of these straight edges off. Okay, I've got glue all over my fingers because I'm filming this right after I did the Masterboards, so that you guys, I want to get a couple of them ahead so that I can do some other things. This one I think I might leave that straight edge only because it's right there. I just maybe tear off this piece. And I'll put it right along the edge. A little bit bigger. Okay, so I think I like that. And I think I like that. All right, so that leaves us with 2 over there. So we're using up some of our clusters that we made last time. And I need to lay my bottle down instead of standing it back up. Okay. And then this one. Okay. Bring that right up against the edge and press. And now we've got 2 more pockets ready to go. All right. Let's keep up with the cluster book that we have. I'm thinking I might be able to use one of these. Oh, these kind of have a focal point though. Maybe not. All right. Let's just use some scraps here. I've got a bunch of stuff just sitting over here on the edge. I've got a couple of labels that could go, and I've got some cards, and I've got some other little ephemera pieces here. We could put this little girl would work. This is too small to read, but it would be good in the background maybe, just as a like an accent piece like that. And put her up there. And then we have this little bird, which could work. Let's see. I kind of like this background here. Let's do, actually I think that goes, hopefully I'm on screen, guys, sorry about that. Let's do it like this. What if we do that like that? And then we can keep this with our scraps, and then I think I feel like we need a little bit of lace on that. I've got this piece. What happened to it? I just dropped. There it is. I've got this that we can put along the bottom. Scissors. Okay. So yeah, we'll just do that on both of these. Got that. And that. All right, let's see. Let's just one at a time. So I think I'll do the lace first along the bottom. There again, I need to lay the bottle down instead of standing it up. Then I won't have to wait so long. All right. It's kind of curvy. It's okay, we can fix it. want this one. I'm going to go ahead and ink these. That won't take very long because they're small. And this is just stuff I have sitting on the side that I was working with on a project that I haven't put away because, you know, that's how I roll. Alright, this one is a sticker. That I should have inked before. Okay. And then we have our little girl here, which I am going to ink around her edges to define it more so it doesn't get lost. And we will put her smack dab in the middle. And if we want to, we can come back and add a word to this later. But I am just going to put her right in the middle there. Just like that. Let me clip off that extra lace. And there we have another pocket ready to go. I think I probably would put a word on that. And let's do this. Go ahead and ink all these at once. I don't think this is going to show, but maybe. Actually, it does. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I can see that it does add a dimension. Little tiny little frame. Especially this one. Okay, so we are going to put the lace. Okay. Snip that off. That's a big enough piece to save. Use it on a ball pen or something. All right, and we're just going to cluster these pieces. I think actually these little cards, what I did was I printed out some ephemera pages, and I printed them out, the whole page. I printed out 4 to a page, and so it gave me this little tiny little ephemera. So yeah, you know, you don't have to use your digitals the same way every time. So I am going to come up this way. I don't remember how I had it. See, that's why a lot of people will take a picture. Look at the fingertips. Oh my word, all black. All right, and then we'll just put that smack dab in the middle like we did the last one. There we go. I like it. All right, so 6 pockets ready for my stash. All right, what else would I do? That was one. That was just one card. I mean, one of these. All right, so what do we want to do next? Okay, after pockets, then I will make journal cards. And or, well, envelopes on my list, corner flips, side tucks. For corner flips, that'd be really easy because I just make squares, and then so let's do that real quick. I'll go ahead and go in order now. I'm just using this. This was my Study of Lavender working page, so I was just about to toss this, but I can use this for my list. So front and back cover pockets, and then I did pockets. So I've got 6 pockets. And then I'm not going to do an envelope with this. It's too thick, but we can do corner flips or we can do side tucks. So let's do, this is 8 1/2. So half of that is 4 1/4. And we will just cut this at 4 1/4 and then cut it again at 4 1/4. And we should get to we should Now it is coffee dyed cardstock, so it might be a little off because in the coffee dyeing process it does shrink a little bit. So I'm going to put these corner to corner. These will not be flips, they will just be corner pockets. And I'm going to hold this down and hope it works. Okay, so we've got 2, and we've got, I think I want to go this way. You decide, or do them upside down and just make it random. It's up to you. All right, so there we go. That way you get a little bit more paper in there. Okay, so that gives us 4 corner pockets. All right, I am not going to decorate all these, but I probably would just run a piece of lace down the long side and maybe put a cluster. Let's see. Now, this piece that's left measures, let me see, 8 and a quarter. Oh, 8 and a quarter? Is that right? Oh no, 8.5 by 6 3/4. So we could make tags, 3, 6, and then a little skinny tag. We could do them 2 3/4, 2 3/4. Yeah, let's do that, and they'll be a little bit skinnier. Normally when I make tags, I will do even numbers. Double the height of the width. For instance, 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 6, 4 by 8, etc. But the you don't have to do it that. Tags can be any size. So let's do 2 3/4. And these will just be a little skinnier tags. So 2 3/4, and I don't know what that's going to leave me on my last one. A little bit wider. 2 3/4, and then this one ends up being 3. All right. So, and I have found my little tag template. So this is the corner that I usually use on these. So I will go ahead and use my little corner template, and then we will cut all of them to match. I feel like I cut through the cardboard. Maybe not. It's just a little bit thicker. There we go. All right. And then we will use this tag to cut these. Let's make sure which way we want it. That one. Yeah. We want them that way. I didn't even check this one before I cut it. Probably would have gone, nah, probably would have gone this, no, I probably would have gone that way, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Not the end of the world, because we'll put a focal point on it, and no one will be any the wiser that we didn't choose it that way. Okay, so now we've got a couple of tall, well, they're not really tall, they're 6 3/4, but they are skinny. These couple are skinny, and then this one's a more normal size tag, but that's okay. So now we've got 4 corner pockets, and we've got 3 tags. That's on our second masterboard. Now let me check my time. Looks like I've got 4 minutes. Let me pause this and come back. When I pause or stop recording and come back, it gives me another 29 minutes, so I don't feel like I'm rushed. Okay, let's do a couple of belly bands, and then we will divide what's left into journal cards. All right, so we will do kind of like this one has more interesting things. So this measures, just making sure it measures 11, so I'm going to come down here to to 10 and cut off this inch because I like to make my belly bands about an inch. And I think I'll come along here and do the same. So instead of 8.5, this will be 7.5. And that gives me a couple of good belly band strips. So I wouldn't use this whole length, but if I was making a tall skinny journal, I might. But you can use these for whatever I don't use as a belly band, then I will probably, you know, snip it and use it as a cluster or, you know, anything. All right, so now we are left with 10. So I'm going to divide this by half and make it 5. Okay, and then we have 7.5. So that will make 3 3/4. So journal card, 3 3/4. Journal card. All right. So I will probably take the journal cards and round the corners. I'm just bringing back so I can show you everything we did. Round. I like the journal cards to have rounded corners because they slide better in and out of the pockets that way. So I go ahead and round the corners, then I'll remember that these are journal cards and not pockets. Because we already made 6 pockets, and now we've got 4 journal cards. We've got 3 tags. Apologize for my stomach growling. If you can hear it. Sometimes this camera picks up everything, and sometimes it picks up nothing. So, all right. And then we've got our corner pockets that we can add whatever we want. Could just add a butterfly and a piece of string. Could just add lace. For my pockets, I'll probably ink around them, punch a hole, put some seam binding. So we've got 3 tags. I'm just going to put everything down here. And we've got our corner pockets. And then we've got our 4 journal cards, which I would probably sew around these. Everything coffee dyed on the back because we started with that coffee dyed paper. I'm going to try and get all of this in this square up here. I don't need the raffia. And then we have this piece for a nice belly band, this piece for a nice belly band or a ticket or whatever. And then we've got all these pockets that we did. And so this is all from 3 pieces of masterboard that are intended to be scraps. Let me see if I'm on screen up here. I don't want to be... There we go. All of this we got from 3 coffee dyed pages of cardstock and using up hardly any of my scraps. So anyway, next week we'll be back and we'll make a few more masterboards with some more scraps, and we'll keep on making some ephemera. Meanwhile, I'm going to stick this in my stash. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye now.